Hi guys, welcome back, KalclashFitness. Now then, finally, we're here to talk about the V-Alpha review. Thank you very much to Barefoot Junkies for sending these over. Now before we get cracking straight into the review, if you watched my previous video, you'll know that I was struggling with motivations for this year, for 2019, and trying to figure out what to do. I've pretty much hit all of my distance goals for triathlon, running, and sort of the speed targets, PBs and things like that I've ever wanted to hit. It feels like I've achieved pretty much everything that I set out to achieve at this stage. Doesn't mean that in the future I might not, still want to go for that sub-3 marathon, whatever it might be. But for the time being, I'm pretty happy with where I am. So the motivation for me, for competing, is just going to be for pure enjoyment. Enjoy the training, enjoy the competition. But what I've also, maybe more so, and certainly for this year, always enjoyed is just coaching people. That's why I have a YouTube channel in the first place, to help coach you guys, to get you into barefoot running, to get you to be the best, fastest, most efficient runners humanly possible for yourselves. The coaching element has always been what drives me, what motivates me, what makes me happy, and what gives me the most satisfaction. So I'm very pleased to announce that what I'm doing for this year, for 2013, I wish, 2019, is I'm launching Steve Kalclash Coaching, Kalclash Coaching, all right? And what that's going to consist of is, for as many people as I can feasibly do this for, it's going to be personalised training plans. So we're going to start with running for the time being, just see what the uptake is, but personalised running plans, whether that's 5k, 10k, half marathon or marathon, whether it's a specific time goal that you've got, whether it's just completing the distance, whether it's just a plan for transitioning into barefoot running shoes, Vibrams for example, barefoot running. Whatever your goal is, I'll be here to put together that personalised coaching plan. Now that will go through Training Peaks, the Training Peaks website. So every week you'll have your weekly schedule of running uploaded in there from me. I will comment on that Training Peaks on your training as well. And what we'll also do is create a WhatsApp group. So everybody that signs up to Kalclash Coaching, we will have a WhatsApp group where we can ping messages backwards and forwards if you so desire to be involved in that. And just for motivation, encouragement, and to see what everybody else is doing, we'll set up Strava groups as well. So it's going to be an ever-growing community with plenty of support, plenty of coaching from myself, from other people in the community. Now, anybody that wants to sign up, I haven't got this up and running, but it will be up and running within a week, right? So anyone that wants to sign up to this within January 2019, if you email me on kalclashfitness@gmail.com, I'll leave that as well in the description of this video. If you email me before the end of January, you can have that for £30, which is probably roughly around $40 a month. Personalised coaching, personalised training plan, the WhatsApp group, all of that. And hopefully that's going to get you to your PBs, but also give me a little bit of enjoyment and motivation and self-satisfaction as well. So we should all win from that setup. But without further ado, let's get cracking with the review, why we're really here. Now, I normally try and get my reviews out of every shoe that I run in after 100 miles. I've done many hundreds of miles in these, and I was slacking towards the end of the year for getting the review out. So I apologise for that. I am here now. Barefoot Junkies were kind enough to send the V-Alpha over. They contacted me, they said, Steve, we think this is a great shoe. We want you to have a pair to talk about to the Kalclash community. So as always, I pretty much buy everything that I ever buy from Amazon, apart from barefoot running shoes, apart from Vibram FiveFingers, and they'll come from people that actually care about the community and care about us. And so that's Barefoot Junkies. Please check them out because they're awesome. They support us, so we should support them back. Now, without further ado, the V-Alpha is an awesome shoe. It's an absolutely awesome shoe. It sort of almost sits in a no man's land, so it sits in between a number of shoes, which means it is an awesome all-rounder. In my opinion, it is an awesome all-rounder Vibram 5-finger. Now, why is that? So the grip, for me, the grip is absolutely phenomenal, second to none. Now, some people say that this is a replacement to the KSO Evo. It is not. That is not the case. I said that in a previous video, and I've been told that by many sources actually, but I've been reliably told that the KSO Evo is still going to be going strong This is no replacement, so this is in addition to the KSO Evo. Let's all breathe a sigh of relief, because I absolutely love that shoe. It's one of my favourite Vibram FiveFingers. But now this has come along, and it does sit somewhere in between, in my opinion, it sits somewhere in between the KSO Evo, the Bakila, and also the Trek Ascent. So we'll start with the grip. The grip is phenomenal. Now if you take a good look at the grip here, I don't know if you can see that very well, the lugs on these beasts are absolutely ridiculous. All right, so the sole is still thin. You can see how from how flexible, as per usual, the shoe is. It's absolutely ridiculously flexible, more so than the Bakila, slightly less so maybe than the KSO Evo. But the lugs on these beasts, they will grip, they'll grip anything basically. So dry tarmac, dry grass, wet grass, dry grass, trails, the whole shebang. You're going to be gripping in these. These lugs, literally, they're something else. Now, obviously, on the trails, you're going to be much better off in the V Trail, for example, or the Trek Ascent. But these will handle the trails fine. Now, you're going to be feeling a lot more, and if you hit a sharp flint, you might be in a little bit more discomfort than you would be in a specialist shoe. But the grip on these is phenomenal, and you shouldn't really experience any issues. So the grip is amazing, and in the wet, they are just a joy to run in, an absolute joy to run in. All right, so that brings me onto something else, which is amazing about this shoe, is the upper and what it's made of, and the sort of the USPs that this shoe offers that not necessarily all of the Vibrams do. That's 50% wool, 50% synthetic. So we'll take a good look at this, because I'm criticised a lot for not showing the shoe enough. So if we can see this, this is 50% wool, 50% synthetic upper. Now, if you're a vegan, you don't like wearing wool things, and I appreciate that's not going to be for you. I really don't mind that. So the benefits of this is, because the bottom, the sole, performs so well in the wet, Vibram have created this upper, which also is amazing in the wet. And living in the UK or somewhere that's rather damp most of the time, having a shoe that performs so well in damp and wet conditions is amazing. They dry out super fast. They are the fastest drying Vibrams that I have come across personally, which is an amazing boost. Because they're wool, they're amazingly breathable, and hallelujah, they are the least stinky pair of Vibrams that I've ever owned. So that's good for me, but it's even better for anybody around me that might run, live, or just go near me after I've been in a pair of Vibram FiveFingers. So the smell is, I wouldn't say non-existent, but it's much better than other Vibram FiveFingers. They dry out super well. They handle so well in wet conditions, damp conditions. Awesome, thumbs up. Couldn't ask for more, really. Lightweight, as you would expect from a pair of Vibram FiveFingers. Super lightweight, more so than the Bakila. I think more so than Bakila, and we're missing some of that. Very lightweight, awesome. You don't know that you're wearing them on your feet. It's just, you know, supernatural. Apart from the super grip that you get on the underneath your foot. So awesome. When it does come to comfort, for me personally, one of the main cons that I would highlight, and I think this is just a structural issue of my body versus the way the shoe's built. The heel comes up a little bit higher than normal Vibram FiveFingers, and it's quite thick on the back. For me, that offers a little bit of discomfort, which does lessen over time once the shoes become a little bit more supple. It's not a huge con. It's certainly not a reason not to buy them. But versus something like a Bakila, or V-Run as they're called these days, I find it a little bit less comfortable than a V-Run there. Other cons, you might consider the slight lack of colours, so they're quite drab in their colouring. Now that's going to suit some people, and it's really a con for other people. For me personally, I don't really give a monkeys about what colour the shoes are that I'm wearing. I like to wear super bright ones sometimes so that people can see the crazy Vibram FiveFingers shoes that I've got on my feet. Other times, you know, I wear something drab and boring. It really doesn't bother me. It's not really going to affect my running that much. Maybe if I look down and I see this dazzling amazing pair of colourful running shoes, it might make me, you know, lift my mood up a little bit. I don't know. I'm not a psychologist. Whatever. So the colour is a little bit drab. Not a big deal. Temperature control as well. I've run throughout the summer and also the winter now. We haven't had the coldest winter on record so far, which is pretty good in my opinion. But hot, cold, brilliant. Temperature control, climate control in these beasts is awesome. Again, because of the material, the breathability, my feet stay warm, my feet stay cool. So if it's hot weather, they seem to stay cool. If it's cold weather, they seem to stay warm well enough. I wear a pair of socks if it's super cold out there. But again, hasn't come to that this year just yet. The lacing system is as you'd expect pretty much. You've got a bigger, larger than usual Velcro pad for doing them up, which is fine. Sizing wise is pretty much your standard affair. Overall, as I say, this shoe sits somewhere sort of in the middle of the spectrum of Vibram FiveFingers. To recap, and I have written some points down here to try and be less sporadic than normal. An awesome all-rounder, awesome grip, super lightweight, less stinky, I've put there. The upper dries super quickly, handles amazingly in wet weather, which if you live in England, that's always going to be a bonus. And then I've got down for cons, the ankle sits a little bit high and the colours are a little bit limited. If I've got anything else on there that I've missed that I wanted to say, no, that's pretty much it. Thank you very much, Barefoot Junkie, for sending that over. Please do check them out if you haven't already. Please email me if you're interested in the personal coaching and personal running plans. I'll be getting that up and running. £30 UK, or around whatever the conversion is of that, probably around $40 a month for a weekly running plan to help you personally hit your goals, that's built around your life, essentially to help you hit your goals for 2019, whatever they may be. We're here, I'm here to help you. We're here as a community. We'll build that WhatsApp group for anyone that wants to be involved. Guys, you know what to do by now. There's plenty more content coming. Coach Kalclash, over and out from the shed. You know what to do by now. Keep it rolling.